Welcome to day 108 of our school year. We have 72 school days left. Let's go ahead and get down our beginning fraction. We have a total of 180 school days, so that's our denominator. And we are on day 108. So first let's think, is that numerator prime or composite? Well, it's even, and the only even number that's prime is the number 2, so it is composite. And that means we have to do our prime factorization of both our denominator and our numerator. Okay, so if we think of our first 5 prime numbers, that'll help us out. 2, 3, 5, 7, 11. Okay, 180 is even, so I can do groups of 2. Half of 18 tens is 9 tens. 9 plus 0 is 9. That is a multiple of 3, so 3 is a factor. I could get 30 groups of 3 out of 90. Divide by 3 again. I can get 10 groups of 3 out of 30. It's even. I get 5. 5 is prime. We are done. 108 is even, so I can divide into groups of 2. Half of 10 tens is 5 tens. Half of 8 is 4. I can't do half of 5, but I could do half of 4 tens, which is 2 tens, and half of 14, which is 7. 2 plus 7 is 9. That is a multiple of 3. 3 times 9, 3, 3. 3 is prime, so we're done. Okay, let's go ahead and get down our prime factorization. From least to greatest, 2 times 2 times 3 times 3 times 5. And then here we have 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. Move this up a bit. Times 3. What do we have in common? We have 2 times 2 times 3 times 3, which leaves 3/5. 2 times 2 is 4, times 3 is 12, times 3 is 36. Our greatest common factor is 36. Let's go ahead and make our groups of 36. Your groups do not have to look like mine. Just make sure that there are 36 in each group. And you want to keep the shaded separated from the unshaded. There's my groups of 36. I have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I have 1, 2, 3 shaded in. So 5 is one of those numbers that I can get into a percent. I can get it to 100 to figure out my through or thorough 100, through 100, per 100. And to do that, I multiply by 20, because 20 nickels is 100 cents. And then 20 times 3 is 60. Okay, so 60, that's the same as 60 hundredths, is the same as 60 hundredths, or 6 tenths, or 60%. 60% of the school year. We have 40% left. Okay, now that we've done our division with our model, let's go ahead and use our algorithm. Groups of 36. 180 divided by 36. And 108 divided by 36. Let's see, two groups of 36. If I double 36, double 6 I get 12, double 30 I get 60, 60 plus 12 is 72. I have more on the floor, go next door, regroup 10 more, 10 take away 2 is 8, numbers the same, 0 is a game, and then 1. So I'm going to do another group of 2. I have more on top, no need to stop, and then this is just 10, take away 7, which is 3. And then I could do 1 groups of 36. Numbers the same, 0 is a game. Add up our partial quotients. 2 plus 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. Here, I'm going to do 2 groups of 36, which is 72. More on top, no need to stop. And then 10 take away 7 is 3. Bring that up here. We get 1 group of 36. Numbers the same, 0 is a game. Add these together, we get 3. Now we need to check divisor times quotient plus remainder, divisor times quotient plus remainder. Since our remainder is 0 for both, and in the identity property of addition says when you add 0 it stays the same, you don't have to add 0. Now even though I'm multiplying by 36 instead of having it as a multiplier, I can use a commutative property. It's easier to multiply by a single digit. 5 groups of 6 is 30. 5 groups of 3 tens is 15 tens, plus 3 more tens is 18 tens. 3 groups of 6 is 18. 3 groups of 3 tens is 9 tens, plus 1 more is 10 tens. 108, that matches our dividend. 180, that matches our dividend, so those both check. Our numerator is definitely 3, and our denominator is definitely 5. Alright, let's go ahead and fill in our data collection page. Okay, we are on trimester 2 still, week 11. Today is 2/10/2020. And our fraction for today is 3/5, which is equivalent to 6/10, which is equivalent to 60 hundredths, which is equivalent to 60% of the school year. We have 40% of the school year left, or 2/5. Okay, let's go ahead and get out our number line. We did groups of 36. So here we have our 2/5 on this side. So we go over here, 3/5. And if you look, here are those 2/5 left to complete the year. Okay. We have a few equivalent fractions. Here we have one in the 18s. We have one in the 12s, I believe that is. Yep. 12s, in the 9s, in the 6s, in the 4s, in the 3s, in the 2s. Lots of equivalent fractions here. Because all those numbers are common factors, but our greatest common factor today was 36. Alright, so go ahead and put your number line away, erase your worksheet, and thank you for joining me.